Taku Gold Corp, leading the way in the new Yukon Gold Rush. This presentation contains forward-looking statements. These forward-looking statements are made as of the date of this presentation, and Taku Gold Corp does not intend and does not assume any obligation to update these forward-looking statements. Forward-looking statements include, but are not limited to, statements with respect to the timing and amount of estimated future exploration, success of exploration activities, expenditures, permitting, and requirements for additional capital and access to data. Forward-looking statements involve known and unknown risks, uncertainties, and other factors which may cause the actual results, performance, or achievements of the company to be materially different from any future results, performance, or achievements expressed or implied by the forward-looking statements. Such factors include, among others, risks related to actual results of current exploration activities, changes in project parameters as plans continue to be refined, the ability to enter into joint ventures or to acquire or dispose of property interests, future prices of mineral resources, accidents, labor disputes, and other risks of the mining industry, ability to obtain financing, and delays in obtaining government approvals. Taku Gold's corporate and share structure as of October 2011 is as follows. Market capitalization. Shares issued, 71 million. Fully diluted, 104 million. Market capitalization, $7 million. Cash, $4 million. Our 52-week range, with a low of 7 cents and a high of 51 cents. Our 120-day average volume, 240,000 shares. Officers and Directors. Taku's management is led by Zachary Dingsdale, President and CEO since inception in 2005, and Mark Feketa, a geologist with 24 years' experience, who was born and raised in the Yukon. Other officers in the company include Iqbal Boga, our CFO and Director, Steve Smith, Director, Kenneth MacLeod, Director. In 1896, Skookum Jim Mason and George Carmack left the shores of Tagish Lake to travel up the Yukon River, where they discovered rich placer gold on Bonanza Creek. This discovery ignited the famous Klondike Gold Rush of 1898. More than 100 years later, over 20 million ounces of gold has been produced from the Klondike placers, with the hard rock sources remaining undiscovered until 2010, when a Dawson-based prospector named Sean Ryan made the discovery of a lifetime in these famous foothills. After 13 years of systematic soil sampling along the ridges of the Yukon Hills, Sean Ryan made a discovery of 1.4 million ounces of gold that was sold to Kinross for $140 million. 1 year later, Sean Ryan's second big discovery was made at Kaminek's Coffee Project, making his method of exploration and discovery standard practice in what has now become known as the Yukon's White Gold District. In 2010, Taku Gold acquired 2 projects from Sean Ryan, and since then Taku has increased its landholding in the area to over 76,000 hectares. Taku also has an advanced stage gold deposit in the Atlin Mining District of British Columbia. The key to exploration success in the White Gold District is the fact that the area was not glaciated. This means that soil on surface is a direct representation of the weathered bedrock below. This makes exploration in this area much simpler, leading to many of the new discoveries being made today. Taku's properties are located just south of Dawson City, Yukon, and north of Kinross's Golden Saddle and J.P. Ross projects and Kaminek's Coffee Project. Taku first optioned properties in the area from Sean Ryan in early 2010. The Dan property covers a 26-kilometer possible extension to J.P. Ross's discovery, and the Rose Butte property originally had 4 gold targets discovered by Sean Ryan. To date, Taku has taken more than 5,000 soil samples on the Dan property, covering a fault clearly defined by an airborne survey commissioned in 2010. Taku is awaiting results from these samples from Acme Lab. In 2011, over 8,000 soil samples were taken on the Rose Butte property. This resulted in the discovery of a 189-hectare gold-in-soil anomaly with results up to 3.4 grams per ton gold in the soils. Within this, a gold-bearing zone measuring 1.8 kilometers was discovered. Taku intends to further this work up with trenching and drilling in 2012. Now with a foothold in the White Gold District, Taku management looked to aggressively acquire as prospective a land package in the area before the new Yukon Gold Rush really ignited. Taku decided to team up with local prospectors to accomplish this feat. In August 2010, local prospector and placer miner Tom Morgan teamed up with Taku to stake 6 additional properties on some of the richest placer-producing creeks in the Klondike. The properties were all road accessible and a mere 1-hour drive from downtown Dawson. Since 2010, Taku has taken over 15,000 soil samples on this group of properties, with gold and soil discoveries being made on almost all properties, the richest being the sulfur property. In late September 2011, Taku announced the discovery of 4 gold zones on the sulfur property, up to 0.6 grams per ton gold. These 4 zones are circled on the map and measure between 600 meters and 1.6 kilometers in length. Taku completed 5 trenches on these zones in late September and is awaiting assay results from the labs. Taku's final property acquisition came in late 2010, when the company picked up the Portland property from a member of its staking crew, Franz Vidmar. The Portland property covers an old gold mine dating back to 1910, with several hundred meters of quartz veining exposed at surface. In late 2010, Taku completed 6 trenches on the Portland property. The trenching results were very encouraging, with results up to 97 grams per ton gold over 7 meters. These results prompted Taku to complete a 7-hole drill program in 2011. The results of this drill program are pending. 2011 was a busy and productive year for Taku Gold Corp, with more than 26,000 soil samples, trenching and drilling being completed. Taku now has discoveries on 7 of 10 properties in the White Gold District. The company is also waiting on results from more than 6,000 soil samples, trenching, and drilling. Once all results are in from the labs, Taku intends to compile this information to determine the company's priority drill targets for the upcoming 2012 exploration season. Taku Gold Corp, like Skookum Jim and George Carmack before them, started their journey to the Klondike on the shores of Tagish Lake in northern British Columbia. In 2005, Taku started exploration on its Tag gold deposit just south of the Yukon border on Taku Arm of Tagish Lake. This property covers a 6-kilometer fault structure and is located 6 kilometers north of the past-producing Engineer gold mine. From 2005 to the present, Taku has completed an airborne survey, soil geochem survey, trenching and sampling, plus 69 drill holes totaling 11,519 meters. Taku has confirmed gold and silver mineralization over 5 kilometers, with 67 of 69 holes returning gold values. To date, $4.2 million has been invested in exploration on the property, and the deposit remains open in all directions. Taku has constructed a fully winterized 20-person drill camp on the site and is ready for drilling to resume shortly. Taku Gold Corp is geographically focused on exploring for gold in Yukon and British Columbia. The company has partnered with local prospectors to gain an intimate knowledge of the most prospective properties in the area. Taku is well financed to continue exploration on its strategically located projects and has the management experience to succeed. Taku Gold Corp welcomes you to follow its development as it strives to expand on its existing gold resources and continue to generate new discoveries in the heart of the new Yukon Gold Rush.